So there were a few questions left by the season finale of Snowfall of season 4. What's going to happen with Franklin's relationship with Louis and Jerome? Leon also wants out of the game, so it leaves Franklin's business in a precarious position. But the main question is, why they never killed Alton in the season finale? Why he could still play a crucial role, because they left a key clue and a potential foreshadow for what's to come in season 5, which was spotted by quite a few of you guys in the comment section. So I'm going to discuss your comments in this video, so let's roll the intro, then talk season 5 of Snowfall. So I hope you're all doing great and welcome back to another Snowfall video, this time talking pretty much the main topics that you guys raised in the comment section, the season finale and some predictions as we go into season 5. But of course, before we dive deep into the different storylines, remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Snowfall and Power Universe related. But let's talk about probably the main key storyline that was left open in the season finale, and that was with Alton. Is he alive or did Teddy kill him? And of course he's alive, because if they were really to kill him, then why would they wait until season 5 to show us? I do think he's going to play a crucial role in season 5 and work with the CIA. I'm just going to read a few of your comments that kind of back up what I'm saying, which is kind of a clue and a foreshadow to what's to come for next season. So Angie said that the book that Alton was reading is about a black man who plays Uncle Tom in order to gain access to the CIA, then use all the knowledge received to start a new revolution. Imagine that's what Teddy's helping Alton to do instead of killing him. The book is an introduction to season 5, and quite a few in the comment section mentioned that the book that Alton was reading, saying this is a direct clue left to show what's coming next season. The book is called The Spook That Sat by the Door. Many of you guys who follow me with my power videos know that I make reference to the 48 Laws of Power and various other psychological books, but I can't say I've read this book. But before season 5 starts, I will definitely have read this for sure, so I can relate to some of my videos as we move and talk through season 5. But the storyline of how Uncle Tommy the Spook that sat by the door gained access to the CIA, not only using the knowledge to start a revolution, could just be the beginning for Alton and Teddy. Let's not forget the CIA dropped Teddy in a heartbeat because everybody is replaceable, so Teddy may just come over to Alton's side and we may actually see them working together next season on this new revolution. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on, and if you're someone who's into books as much as me, I'll definitely read it before season 5 comes around, and if you guys read it as well, you'll understand the connections that I make to it in season 5, if indeed they do go in that direction, which I think they will because it does make sense. But let's talk about what happened to Franklin in the season finale, because with his dying breath and his last few words, Manboy sure chose his words carefully in episode 9, just before Franklin killed him. He said to Franklin, "Do you really think you're going to make it out of this?" And he mentioned that Jerome and Leon will turn on him, and this is exactly what some of you guys in the comment section said, with Elijah saying, "I remember when Manboy was dying, he said something about Jerome and Leon turning against him due to how Franklin dismissed Leon's request and how he didn't have interest in Jerome and Louis' plan. It's likely that could happen." And Breonna said a similar thing. Manboy told Franklin that was going to happen, his family were going to leave him. And I definitely agree. We've already started to see it being played out in the season finale, especially with Jerome. Jerome's never wanted to be in the game, that's been pretty much clear from day one, but he's always had his nephew's back and will probably continue to have his back as long as Franklin treats him with respect. And with respect I mean by letting him and Louis be and letting them do their own thing. And Jerome and Louis, both of them have clearly had enough, and Tom Ross said that Franklin has no issues, he's just got rid of his biggest weakness, his family. And I can kind of see where Tom is coming from with this, with his family being around. He feels as if he has the burden where he needs to protect them all of the time, but if they're no longer there, then nobody can threaten his family. But then you can look at the argument from the other side and you can say Franklin needs his family, and one person especially, that's Louis. We can sit here and talk about Franklin being back, we can say the cold-blooded ruthless killer in Franklin who's returned, he's finally got rid of his cane, and now we're going to see the Franklin that we saw in season 3. But the fact is, Louis helped him build this business brick by brick, and it wouldn't be where it is if it wasn't for Louis. In fact, it wouldn't be where it is if it wasn't for all of them, but Louis is at the top of the list. I think when it comes to Franklin's weakness, we'll see it next season if he doesn't have Louis by his side. There's only so much Franklin can take care of it on his own. He needs the guidance and advice of Louis. He needs a second voice to tell him where he's going wrong, or someone else to put some ideas on the table. And Jennifer said that we could see Franklin versus Jerome next season, and I hope we don't, but I really wouldn't be surprised if we do, because we've seen it once already this season when Franklin stopped him from walking straight into an ambush. So this is something I hope we don't see, but I really wouldn't be surprised if we do. But let's talk about the season in general next, and I'm going to touch on one comment on this, because the season at the start I made a video and I said we're really going to see how The Rock is going to affect the loved ones of Franklin, the community that he loves, the community that he wants to help, but instead he did the opposite. He put The Rock on their doorstep, and this is how it was in the 80s. They did some real damage, caused wars, death, and people lost a lot of family, not just to gang wars but to the drug itself. And this is one of the main reasons this show stands out from any other that I've watched, because it's based on somewhat true events. We have Anne in the comment section who said this show, considering I'm a recovering crack cocaine cocaine addict, and now first-hand power of the Rock. I was really impressed with the ending. Franklin walked out like a true boss, and this show this season nailed everything. It had everything from what people could relate to like Anne and what people went through in the 80s, and Tommy said the acting in this episode was an artistic masterpiece, and I really think it could be said for the whole season and for the whole series itself. But let's look at some predictions for season 5. What's going to happen to Franklin in season 5, and could Mel return? And I always say, if a character is not confirmed dead like Lucia, we know she's not dead, and then there's always a chance that she could return. And the same goes for Mel, the same goes for Lucia. I think both of them will make some sort of an appearance in season 5 in some sort of capacity, and I really hope we see a bit more screen time from Gustavo, because I don't think he's had quite enough towards the end of this last season, but hopefully he does have some more screen time next season. And they do seem to have set it up nicely for Lucia's return, with the CIA agent giving the details to Gustavo about her whereabouts, so hopefully we do see her return. As for Mel, I'm not 100% sure as to what they can do with her. She really does fear Franklin Saint. She really does have some fear for him. You could just see it in her face when he stopped there for a moment as he was leaving the church, thinking that he's going to turn around and kill her. Now she knows for sure that Franklin did kill her father, and she's not crazy after all, but will she come back for revenge? Let's wait and see. But let's talk about some predictions for Franklin next, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Snowfall ends with him going to prison. I think he'll end up behind bars, and he knows that drug dealers either end up dead or in jail, and this isn't Power where you can have Tommy Egan fake his death, leave New York and start fresh in Chicago. This is Snowfall, and it ends with either Franklin dead or in jail, and I do believe he will end up in jail. Marcus Thomas said if Franklin lives to the end, what's to keep Reed from killing him or CIA from killing everybody? We know the history of America and it gets worse. So let's rewind it back to what I said at the beginning of the video with what Alton was reading. What's to stop Reed from killing him or the CIA from killing everybody? Nothing's stopping them, but they need to keep the drug money flowing to fund their war in Nicaragua. If they kill everybody, then they need to find a replacement. Everybody is replaceable, but this is where the storyline comes in for Teddy and Alton, the revolution, and it brings me to a full circle. Will they work together to save Franklin and take down the CIA, or at least bring the real corruption and the people behind bringing into the drugs in the country to justice? I think season 5 will be the last for Snowfall, and hopefully it is as good as this season. But drop me all your predictions down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think about that clue that they may have given us in the season finale with the book that Alton was reading. Drop me all your thoughts and comments down below. Over the next few weeks I will be doing something similar to what I do with Power. I make character analysis sort of videos of Franklin Saint and other Snowfall characters, so remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Snowfall and Power Universe related. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.